I remember that night I was at the balcony, and in the distance, I hear one single crack. Uh, my training experience tells me that maybe it's a nervous soldier that misfired or someone who shot before the command was given. And after that, for about very tense 10 seconds or so, I hear another fire from the light machine gun. And immediately after that, there was this huge volley of return fire. I have experienced a battalion level live firing exercises before, but that was way more intense and overwhelming. So I would assume it's at least a brigade level of return fire. And after that, it was just quiet. And my training tells me that the next thing is going to come is very likely to be artillery fire, and got to get out of there. I do not want to be a collateral damage. And as I was heading towards the bunker, it was just silent throughout. So, and that firefight didn't escalate from there. So that huge volley of return fire pretty much was the last sound of fighting that's within my neighborhood. Yeah. The only soldiers that I could see fighting was the one on the second day, the one that was doing that firefight on this bridge that's about less than 200 meters from my balcony. And there I could physically see the soldiers. I could see the Russian forces as well.
With it being so near to your house, how are you feeling at that point?
Um, my feeling was no, we were all expecting the fighting to be here. Like the president has already tell everyone to prepare a Molotov cocktail to throw at the Russians should they come into the neighborhood. So to see it up close was we were mentally prepared. So that took out the shock element. But when as the firefight builds up, I could still peek from cover of my wall. I saw I assume it's probably a reconnaissance ATV, all-terrain vehicle from the Russian forces that came over the crest of the breach, and then that's where the firefight became more intense. Okay, if you're talking about airstrikes, then I have to go back to the night before yesterday. Right? The night before yesterday, again I was at my balcony, and then I saw that flash in the sky again. So okay, I knew it was a AA intercept. Um, compared to the first time I saw the AA intercept, I remember I counted like about three. Before I reached four, I heard that boom. So I knew that okay, it's somewhere about 6 or 7 kilometers away. But this time I saw the flash, and it was no longer a small round circle of flash. It was just like illuminated part of the sky above me, and I started counting. Previously, we only know that they were sending cruise missiles at us, and cruise missiles, from what I understand, don't really cruise that high up. So if there's anything that is flying at that altitude, chances are it's definitely a lot more hostile than just a cruise missile.
I saw from your Instagram post you were putting cat litter on your window, right? At your window.
Okay. um, because my window has a direct view of the Vignia River. So and there's no other buildings in front of my building. And if there's going to be any stray bullets or ricochet, then my windows might be might be damaged, and we might get injured while we're inside it. So putting cat litter over my window is just another extra buffer.
What have you been eating, and are you cooking your own food?
Oh, yes, yes. So definitely we have been cooking our own food. That's all restaurants are closed, and you can order food online. No one's going to deliver it. Um, how we eat during this period of time, right? Naturally, we stock up as much as we can. Things like rice, other forms of grains. Over here, they have this bulgur. They also have this buckwheat and flour to make your own bread and canned food. And of course, as long as there are fresh ingredients like fresh meats, fish, vegetables, fruits, we tend to consume the fresh ingredients first. And naturally, you try to balance your food with some proteins and carbohydrates and fiber, and make your daily diet as balanced as you can. Only in the event that the fresh ingredients have been totally consumed, then we move on to canned ingredients. So then, if the canned ingredients are also consumed, then we still have the dried ingredients. We just have to rehydrate them. Uh, in the point that if the dried rations are fully consumed, then we will just have to communally share among ourselves, and then we ration portion everyone accordingly, because that's the only way to survive it out. Because we only need like about 1,000 calories to survive a day, and that's really not. Yes, we will not be. We will be hungry, but we will survive. So far, they have not introduced any form of rationing. Right? As long as the supermarket is open, everyone can walk in. Everybody walks in orderly. There is no panic, but everybody stock up as much as they possibly can and go off. But there's no panic. Everybody is tense. Everybody understands that food might become an issue, but no one is panicking, and everyone is buying in a very orderly fashion. Today, I saw empty shelves on the fresh meats and the fresh fish. Um, these were the only items that have run out. All other items are still available.
So earlier you mentioned that your wife may be called up to the reservist, right? Has she been
Mm.
called up yet?
No, she's still on standby, and from our friends that are working in the hospitals, they're telling me that everything is still within operational capacity, so they have no sense of emergency at the hospitals for now.
Okay. So how would you then describe the mood now compared to maybe a couple of days ago?
Um, when the airstrike first started, um, the fear element was strong, right? By now, um, the fear element is no longer there. It's tense. That everyone is tense. Everyone knows it's a hard times, but the morale is high. The morale is high because everybody know that what they are doing is just. Everybody know that the the world is rallying behind that, because it's a completely unprovoked attack, and nobody should give in right now and show weakness. And this is something that's very unified.
So the fighting will still continue for the foreseeable future.
I to reply your that statement, I only can reply with a statement. It really boils down to the will to fight for everyone involved, because the Ukrainians definitely has it.